the state police have stepped up efforts to check and prevent entry of illegal migrants to the state. Following reports of illegal influx, the Dimapur Police has activated intensive checking of movement of suspected illegal immigrants at various interstate entry points and check gates. Besides, 3 checking counters have been set up at the Dimapur railway station round the clock. Besides, the Dimapur Police has also urged the public, NGOs and civil society organizations to contact the police control room at 7085055050 for initiating immediate action. So, big story from Nagaland. The state police have stepped up efforts to check and prevent entry of illegal migrants into the state. Following reports of illegal influx, the Dimapur Police has activated intensive checking of movement of suspected illegal immigrants at various interstate entry points and check gates. Besides, 3 checking counters have been set up at the Dimapur railway station round the clock. Besides, the Dimapur Police has also urged the public, the NGOs and civil society organizations to contact the police control room at 7085055050 for initiating immediate action. Earlier, the Naga Students Federation had asked the state government to implement inner line permit in 3 districts of Nagaland, namely Dimapur, Chumakadima and Nyoland. The NSF has called for the ILP implementation in these 3 districts within 14 days. The Federation stated that it is deeply anguished to note that despite having submitted several representations to the state government, the last communique having been made on February 28, no decisive action has been taken so far. This was stated by NSF President Medovi Ree in a statement. This demand was made in response to what the NSF described as a quote-unquote grave alarm over the worsening crisis in Bangladesh, which has led to regional unrest and represents a threat to the Naga homeland. The NSF maintained that any delay in enforcing ILP will be seen as a failure to protect the Naga people and an abdication of the government's duty. And on the phone line, I'm being joined by my colleague from the news desk, Chipen, who will give us details on this. Chipen, there have been reports of illegal influx in Nagaland. We know that the state police, meanwhile, have stepped up efforts to check and prevent entry of illegal migrants into the state of Nagaland. Over to you, Chipen, for details on this big story.
Yes, Amrita, for over a decade now, the Naga Students Federation, as well as the major civil society organizations, they have been demanding strict implementation of the inner line permits. And, for all of these years, the government and the authorities have somehow not been able to implement that in the strictest way. But now, over the past few days, in fact, a few days ago, this video from the Dimapur station surfaced, which has gone viral on social media. And in the video, clearly, people, we cannot exactly say that they are illegal migrants or whether they are from Bangladesh or wherever they are from. But a lot of people, migrants, coming in from different parts of the country to Nagaland now. This influx, as seen in the video, has triggered a massive concern among the people of Nagaland. And now this video has caused a high alert among the citizens, among the residents of Nagaland. So yes, Amrita, the Nagaland Police Department has issued an advisory. They have urged the public, to approach the police or to give information to the police department if they spot any person of interest, roaming around the Dimapur city, or not just the Dimapur city, but anywhere across Nagaland. So the Nagaland Police Department, they have instructed or they have informed that they would be carrying out a very strict vigil, or they would be carrying out a strict checking, routine checking in the interstate entry point and also the other entry points where people from other states can easily come into the state, can come into Nagaland. So So now, yes, Amrita, I would like to mention here that Dimapur Commissioner of Police, Kevi Tudu Sofi, he has appealed to the residents of Dimapur because Dimapur being the main entry point for Nagaland. Now, Dimapur is seeing a surge in a lot of people, in migrants from outside of the state. So now these migrants, as the Nagaland Students Federation, the Naga Students Federation, and other major student bodies have expressed, pose an existential threat to the people of Nagaland. And it's not just that, but there is a high probability, there is a high concern that this presence of migrants from other states might, dilute the culture of the Nagas as well. So a lot of fear has been sparked in the minds of the people, and now a high alert is on. And not just that, but even the Rising People's Party, a new political party in Nagaland, has also called for a strict implementation of the inner line permit. They have even called for a movement called Survival Nagaland Movement too. So this movement is specifically aimed at tracking and deporting illegal migrants from the state of Nagaland in a bid to preserve or in a bid to safeguard the identity of the Nagas and also to protect the Nagas from existential threat. So, Amrita, Nagaland is on high alert as of now, and now because of the video that surfaced on social media a few days ago, the Nagaland Police Department has swung into action. So a lot of checking is being done at the Dimapur railway stations and other areas where people can easily, gain access into Nagaland. So these are the kind of things happening in the state of Nagaland. Strict implementation of ILP is on high demand from all the major student bodies as well as the apex civil society organizations, and not just the ILP, but also they have begun tracking and, tracking of people from other states who are coming into Nagaland, especially the focus is on illegal migrants. So because of the recent situations that Bangladesh is being faced with, the state of Nagaland is also, among one of the states that is quite concerned. So with the given population of migrants in the state, Nagaland Police Department and the government of Nagaland have taken cognizance of the situation. So now implementation of ILP is in high demand. Hopefully the government will take the matter seriously and proceed ahead, because this is the demand that has been that has been one of the top demands in the state of Nagaland thus far, Amrita.
Right. Chipen, you have rightly mentioned about the demand of the ILP. It's been quite some time that this demand has been placed by the Naga Students Federation for 3 districts specifically in the state: Dimapur, Chumukedima and Newland. Now, why the delay, Chipen? Because it's only a matter of time that the situation can turn really worrisome.
Exactly, Amrita. Very important question. Why the delay? Now, the government owes a public explanation, because for so many years now, the student bodies have spearheaded the demand for stricter implementation of ILP. So now the Nagaland government owes a big explanation and, if necessarily, an apology also to the people of Nagaland for not taking proactive steps in implementing the inner line permit, and also the verification, the tracking, the verification and deportation of illegal migrants from the state of Nagaland. Amrita, we do not know for what exact reasons the Nagaland government has been very, has not been taking proactive steps in implementing the ILP in the state. But now, with the recent situation going on in the state as well as the neighboring country of Bangladesh, now the time is high. Now is the time to implement the ILP, and also not just the ILP, but also, to verify, to track and verify those already existing in the state and to take proper action as per the law. Because all this will be done not just to harm them, but this is necessary not to inflict losses on those people from outside, the illegal migrants who have coming from outside, but this is necessary to protect the identity and also to protect the culture, as well as the economy of the state of Nagaland. So this is very crucial, Amrita, yes.
Right, Chipen, thank you so much for giving us all these details on this big story that Northeast Live has been very extensively covering. Following reports of illegal influx, the Dimapur Police has activated intensive checking of movement of suspected illegal immigrants at various interstate entry points and check gates. Besides, street checking counters have been set up at the Dimapur railway station round the clock. The Dimapur Police, meanwhile, have urged the public, the NGOs and civil society organizations to contact the police control room at the number 70850555050 for initiating immediate action.